Hello everyone and welcome to the first ever Zoobacast, our podcast on Zooba. I'm Marco from the community team and with me I have Ferry.
Hello everyone, my name is Ferry. I think most of you know me from our Discord server. I go by the name Ferry Awesome over there. And I'm a community manager here at Wildlife. And I'm responsible for everything you guys see community related when it comes to Zooba.
Nice, thank you Ferry. So we are very excited about this one. It's a unique opportunity for us to connect with the players and it's very exciting to finally kick this off. So Ferry, can you tell us more about Zoobacast?
Sure. This is actually something we had in mind for a while, but after the last AMA, some players, some of you actually suggested that we did a podcast, and we thought that was a great idea. So we thought, why not? Let's do this now. It's something simple and easy and help us connect with you all. The idea of this podcast is to tell you a little bit more about what's happening with Zooba, about our plans for the future, about things that are happening in the community right now with you players, with us. So this will be like a great opportunity for us to connect, and hopefully in the future we can do more of this and do maybe a live podcast. Who knows? We can talk to each other, answer some questions on live streaming, something like that.
So the sky is the limit. Awesome. So I have the pleasure to introduce at this point the talking points that we'll see during this podcast. So we'll have a very nice guest. I'll introduce him in a while. But the discussion are about the new upcoming update of Zooba 2.0. We'll see new game modes. We'll talk about the new character. I heard the name is Donna. And then we'll have a short section of Q&A with our special guest. Without further ado, I think it's time to introduce him. The name is Pedro. Hi, Pedro.
Hi, Marco. Hi, Ferry. Hi, everyone. My name is Pedro. I work here in Wildlife as a product manager, and also I'm the product manager for Zooba. And I'm really happy and excited to be here now, talking to you guys through this podcast. Let's try it out.
Pedro, before we start, do you mind telling us a little bit more about what exactly a product manager do? Because I think maybe some Zoobsters might not really understand what's their role of a product manager in a gaming company.
That's a really good question that I get a lot, because it's kind of a new role, and depending on the company, it works differently. Here in Wildlife and on Zooba, the product manager is responsible to prioritize what the game should do and when should it do, how the engineering team should work and the art team as well, what needs to be fixed first or later. And the product manager also helps a lot with the design of the game overall, be it on the game design, be it also on the metagame and features. So we kind of help all over the place, and we are responsible for the game itself. So we're really worried about it, and we are thinking about it 24 hours a day.
Great, thank you. Yeah, I think that's something very important for Zoobsters to understand a little bit more about how the team works, who's responsible for what. I think that was great. Thank you, Pedro.
All right, I heard about Zooba 2.0, so can you tell us more about it? That sounds very exciting.
It is. It's something that I wanted to bring to the game for a long time, and we finally worked up the version and created this really big update that we want to deliver for everyone. So the 2.0 version, it will have 3 different kinds of improvements here. We'll have new game modes. That's something that we are really excited about, and we wanted to do for a really long time. I know that most of you kind of hate me already because of the coming soon message that is for the trios up in the game. That's kind of my fault. And also we are really happy to also add a new area on the arena. Finally opening the museum. It's a really cool area that has a different feeling that we think that you guys will like, and also a few other Easter eggs about the lore of the game. And also we'll have new content as well, so be it on character, skins, and items.
I think that's awesome, and I'm sure most Zoobsters will be really happy about not only the game modes, but about the addition to the arena museum, because a lot of players have been asking for a new map, and even though this is not a new map yet, this is like a great addition. You bring something fresh to the game, a new area to explore, a new area to fight. So I think that's a great addition, and I think it'd be awesome.
And to be honest, like I was so surprised when I first saw new game modes, so more than one, because I was expecting just trios, to be honest. And when I saw new game modes, I was super excited. And I'm also excited to see what players will do with the new game modes, how they will react and everything. So it's gonna be an interesting week.
It is. It definitely is. It's something that I really want you to take a look at, is how people will interact with the new modes, how will they enjoy it or not. So yes, I'm excited.
So we already mentioned, we actually just moved to the topic of new game modes, but can you tell us more about exactly what are they gonna be like and pretty much everything that comes in your mind about it?
Cool. So first thing off, I think it's important to tell everyone like why we are adding game modes and why now. It's something that we always believe in, that it should be core to Zooba, the experience of having different rule sets and different ways to play the game. But we really love the freedom to express yourself through Zooba, be it through a different character with different play style, with different lore and personality, be it through skins, items, equipments, and different builds. So we really like that all of our players play differently the game and enjoy themselves with it. And we think that game modes is a core piece on this principle, on this idea. And that's one thing that we wanted for a long time to have in the game. And that's why we've teased it in the past about having new game modes. And that's why now we want to go on board with it. What we can expect for the game modes. So this is a first step. It's a big one, but it is the first step. So it is exciting, but also we should expect more in the future. Just bear in mind that just as the trios coming soon took long, it might take some time for us to expand even more the game modes, but we are definitely going forward with this direction with the game, with adding more and more game modes. So you should expect more game modes, you should expect different ideas, you should expect different experiences. That being said, I think what we should expect now is something that we really wanted to experiment more with teams, right? So the trios is something that we've already announced it before, being able to play in trios, but we wanted more than that. We asked ourselves, what would happen if you play with more people in your team? How would be the strategies? What we were going to do? What players would do in the match? How it would unfold? And we've tested it quite a bit, and we are really happy with what we are bringing to the table.
But I also heard like we're gonna have sort of a rotational system. Is that correct?
So yeah, we definitely need to talk about these lots rotations. And thanks for bringing it up. So we really want to bring for all of our players different experiences that should be rotating in a set pace, so that whenever you enter the game, there's something new or something fresh for you to play with. And also, we wanted to keep it simple, like to not having too many options to decide at the same time on which game mode do you really want to play it in, so that you can focus on like, oh, currently I want to have this experience of the traditional solo matches. Oh, now I want to play this really cool team mode. Oh, now I want this new rule set here that I won't talk about now, and so on, right? And because of that, we wanted to create this rotation of game modes with some choices that you have always at the same time. That being said, one last thing that should be pointed out also is that we are looking very closely to what is going to happen in matchmaking. You all know that matchmaking is a sensitive subject here in our game, and that's something that we are really aware of and trying to improve. But adding game modes, it's something that we really want to do, but it breaks apart a little bit of the matchmaking. So we need to make sure that everything is okay so that the core experience is good. So that's why we are working with 3 to 4 slots of game modes here at the same time. and that's what we should expect for now.
I think that's great that you mentioned the matchmaking, because that's something that during the announcement of the trios that we did last week, some players were concerned about matchmaking because new game modes means that players will be split into different queues and all of that, which I agree. So it's nice to see that we are concerned about this. We're going to keep monitoring the situation to see how it's progressing. And if necessary, you're going to make some changes to how it works. But it's important that Zoobsters keep in mind that this is a work in progress. So it might take some time to understand what's happening, to apply changes and all of that. So please bear with us. Game modes are, like Pedro said, something huge. It's going to bring a lot of fun and freshness to the game. So, but it also comes with a cost, and we need to understand exactly what the cost is going to be and how it's going to work. So please share all your feedback with us when you start playing the new game modes. Let us know how you feel about it, and we'll do our best to apply the necessary changes in the future. So Pedro, I think something that everyone is wondering as well is about trophies. We'll be able to keep earning trophies in all game modes. So if I want to play trios, if I want to play squads or solos, I'm going to be earning trophies in all those modes, right?
Yeah, right. We are going to win them. That's an important question to ask, because we want players to play the game as they see fit. But for that to happen, any kind of mode that you decide to be playing more should be equally viable option for you to progress into the game, right? So it's something that we'll need to tweak a little bit, because even with all the internal playtests that we've made, it's hard to pinpoint the amount of trophies that each mode should give you at each placement that would be fair. So that's something that you guys should expect tweaking in the future.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right. Everything looks awesome, and I cannot wait for those to come out in the game. Very, very excited again. But I also heard there is a new character coming, and it's a crocodile. Can you tell us more about it, Pedro?
Yeah, definitely I can. So Donna is our new crocodile, new character that's joining the roster, and we are really happy with her. Like it was really fun designing her, and we really wanted more water characters in the game. We wanted also characters that are more heavy weighted, so that they have more HP, more life points, and they feel like a mix between Bruce and Bug, right? So we really want to go to that direction. Currently in the gameplay, we wanted this new archetype of gameplay that is this heavy character based on the water gameplay. And also together with that, we are changing some rules on the water system. So you guys will be able to see that a few characters, actually just Donna and Finn currently, but a few characters will be able to fire from the water. And this changes a lot of the dynamics in the game. So it will be really fun. I think water biome, it's a place in the arena that like a lot of different things happen. It's really dynamic, and we wanted to expand on that. So we've added Donna for that reason, and also expand a few more characters playing with the water mechanic itself. Donna itself, it's another female representative. We are always looking into having a diverse cast, be it on male and female, be it on different kind of animals, and then represent the zoo. And we wanted to bring her, so that's we can have more reptiles, we can have a female, we can have a water character. And Donna, we really wanted to create this really tough female character. So we are really happy with her, and we also play it along with her personality in her skin that comes along as well. So I hope you guys enjoy her.
Awesome. So can you tell us more about her abilities, like the passive, the active?
We always get surprised on how players play each character, because no matter how much we think about it and we test internally, players are really creative. So always more things appear, and we are really happy to see them. Like internally in the team, we share a lot of YouTube videos and a lot of comments. Like we are always sharing what the community is doing with the characters, and it's really fun to see that. That said, what we wanted to bring with Donna is the feeling of fear when you are near a crocodile, right? So imagine here a crocodile, right? The crocodiles are really fast, but also they usually stand still for long periods. You usually don't see where they are until it's over, right? So this is really oppressive, right? This is you get a lot of fear fighting near a crocodile, and you should get a lot of fear being near Donna. So we wanted to bring that feeling for her. So her abilities are that she can become invisible on water, and this is not that strong as you guys might think. So it's not something broken, but it is quite cool mechanic because she can be invisible there, and also she can attack from the water with her bite, right? So expect some surprises coming from Donna, and this will change a little bit on the dynamics on how you play with the penguin and how you play with the shark. I'm sorry, I didn't say their names. Sorry, Fuzzy and Finn, but there are a little bit of different changes that you're going to have to do with the characters because of the addiction of Donna. Together with that, her active itself, she will stand still for most part, and then she will do a quick blow and powerful blow, right? So you have to charge her ability, standing still, holding the button, so that she can jump further and doing to attack its prey. So you will feel that she plays like a camper, and that's something really cool. Because we have some campers in the game, but not exactly on the feeling that we will have with her. So I think that it's a new twist in the game for you guys to experiment.
Awesome, and then the water becomes even more dangerous. Like you said, now some characters, actually Finn and Donna, will actually be able to attack while they are in the water. So this adds a completely new level of mechanics. Before, water was just something that slowed you down, while now you need to think before getting into water.
And just one final question, just make it clear to everyone. When we say that Finn and Donna are going to be able to attack the water, use their skills, does that mean they will be able to use their weapons as well?
No.
Or just skills?
They won't be able to use their weapons. They will only be able to use their skills. So if you want to use a weapon while on water, then you need the Holy Sandals item.
That's good to know. Let's just be extra clear about how it's going to work. Thank you.
All right. So I think that's pretty much it about Donna. We are very excited about this one as well. So let's move forward with the Zoobacast, and let's start talking about some community feedback that we kind of heard in these days. So here's the question for you, Pedro. Why it took so long to deliver new game modes? Can you tell us more about it? I know you already kind of addressed that, but if you can share some insights, that would be awesome.
No problem. It is something that we wanted to do earlier, for sure. But we had so many matchmaking problems in the past that we were really fearful about splitting our player base into new game modes that would harm even more the matchmaking itself. And since launch 6 months ago, we've done a lot of different things in the matchmaking to improve it. We know that it's not as great as it could be, but it is way better than from what we were 6 months ago. So we are now really confident that we can add new game modes and not hurt the overall experience that our players are going to have. So that's why it took so long.
So what are the plans for the new game modes? I know we're releasing some game modes now in the next update, but what about the future? What do you have in mind for new game modes? They're going to keep still doing PvP, or maybe gonna see some PvE, maybe something different from Battle Royale? Maybe you can see some Capture the Flag or something like that, something that's completely different? What are your thoughts on that?
So when we take a look into Zooba and how it is played, you'll get that it is a really cool playground that we've built, right? The characters are really dynamic, the weapons, how they attack each other, the skills, it's really dynamic. And when we discuss the potential of the gameplay here, like the sky's the limit. So what we could expect in the future, I think kind of can expect anything. That being said, we can't expect everything being done at the same time. So what's going to happen probably is that we are going to hear a lot of the community feedback. We'll take a look on which game modes are preferred by the player base on what they are doing. So that will probably guide us on what we should do next. So it's more cooperative and team modes, it's more competitive and tense battles. So this is something that we'll take a look upon. That being said, we've already discussed it quite a bit on a few different cool rule sets and traditional game modes that exist in other games, and we think a lot of them really do fit well with Zooba. So it's something that at some point we will have for sure at least one another test of a new rule set, and if it is really appreciated by the community, then probably we'll expand upon that.
That's awesome. Very good to hear. And you heard him, Zoobsters. Play all the game modes, share your feedback, and let us know if you like them, which one you like the most, and what you want to see in the future. That's really important for us.
Awesome. And one last question, and then we can move on. So, where do you see Zooba in 1 year? Like, I know it's a tough question, but I'm very, very curious to hear your opinion. Like, Zooba 1 year from now.
So that's something that I've been thinking also in the past few weeks, actually the past few months. Like, what will be the game? What's the vision for the game or the future? So for 1 year from now, I would expect having a diverse cast of characters that really creates a deep meta game, a deep meta, and that makes competition really hard and really based into the micro interactions and the details whenever you're playing. So this is something that I really think we will explore more and more, and also while also having a lot of different ways for you to play, right, with characters that have really cool different mechanics and modes that enable you to play with your friends, to play for like really high stakes. So expect more characters, expect more skins, expect more items, expect more game modes. That all will be there for sure. That being said, we also want to add more stuff to the game. We think that Zooba has a high social potential as well. So we will deep dive into a few features, focus it on clans and community, different experiences into the competition itself. So yeah, I think that's what we should expect right now.
Cool, awesome. Thank you for that. And Ferry, do you want to add something or?
Yes, I think there's just one last thing we need to know. When can we expect the new update? A day, a week, a year? Please don't say a year.
If it would be a year, it would be really mean, right? People would be like, it's coming soon. This tag, we have to be careful with this tag to use that again, right? It is coming this month. That I can say for sure.
All right, that's good enough. It's coming this month. That's all we need to know.
Awesome.
Thank you, Pedro.
So, thank you again, Pedro. It's been fun. It's been crazy, interesting to hear everything that is going in the background of Zooba. Even me and Ferry don't get to see it all, so your insights are very, very, very nice for us. Again, can't thank you enough to be here with us for the first ever Zooba podcast. So, thank you again.
No worries. Like, I'm really happy to be here. I really want this podcast format here to work out, so that we can get closer and closer to our community and share with them our thoughts and what's going to happen or not in the game, right? So yeah, thank you guys actually for inviting me.
Thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Mark, as well. This is awesome. I love this. Hope we can keep doing this. And everyone, remember, to leave your feedback in the comments. We really want to know how you feel about this new initiative, the Zoobacast, how you feel about it, what you guys want to see, what you guys want us to talk about. Maybe next time we're talking about the skins, we can talk about new characters, we can talk about anything. So just let us know, and we're more than glad to bring that stuff to you.
Absolutely. We'll be reading all the comments of this episode, and I'll be monitoring all of your feedback. And just to make some promises here, I know the promises are bad sometimes, but I want to see this at least one per quarter. So expect us to be here making videos, making like at least a podcast a quarter. So because it's very important for us to have this kind of connection with you guys. And one final reminder, if you like this video, just make sure to subscribe to our channel. You'll definitely hear more about us very soon. Thank you.